Well, welcome to BNE Product News, supporting specifiers and buyers on the move. Hi, this is Mick de Leiburne for BusinessNet Explorer. We're live at Materials 2017 at the ILEC Earls Court in London. I'm with David Schindler from Materials 2017. Now, David, you're the event director with many years' experience and service in the industry, planning and running events. How does this compare?
Well, it's been an adventure journey, as they say. I've been sort of running conferences and exhibitions and awards, and also been involved with publishing for too many years to count, but certainly 25 years plus. And I spent quite many years working for Reed Exhibitions as a sort of director on a huge international real estate show called MIPIM, which some people may have heard of in the construction world. And most of my career has sort of been around real estate, but I joined NetMag Media, who are the publishers of Architects Data File, about a year ago, to very much use the flagship magazine of Architects Data File to launch Materials 2017. We also have other magazines and websites in construction and housing, and we thought there was a gap in the market for a show focusing purely on construction materials, very much based on structures, facades, envelope of buildings. There are one or two other events that sort of do look at products around materials, but they tend to be more sort of ceramics and interiors. So that's where we saw the gap in the market. As a publisher, we've also produced various supplements on building envelopes and metal and glass and that kind of thing, and that also sort of stimulated us to consider launching this event. We did some research to a 20,000 database, and we had an 83% response of people saying they would be interested in attending an event focusing on materials. So that again very much spurred us and incentivized us to launch, which we did back in May. Well, yeah, it took really nearly a year to put this thing together. And I'm very pleased to be here with you, Mick, and talk about what a success it's been.
Well, fantastic to be here with you. How do you plan to develop this exciting new exhibition and conference for the construction industry?
Well, my mantra for 25 years has always been bigger and better. It will be bigger and better next year. This year, it was a relatively sort of smaller event. It was quite intimate and focused. Having said that, we've got 42 exhibitors here in year one, so we've got some big names like Rockfon and Recticel and Seeker and those sorts of companies, Imperial Bricks. And then we have sort of also smaller companies who are sort of a bit more specialist. So there's a good range of exhibitors here. And then, of course, we ran a conference program, which was chaired by Ruth Slavid, ex-Architects Journal, quite a well-known sort of architectural journalist. And within the conference, we had sort of nearly 50 speakers over the 2 days. And then we had a separate RIBA CPD seminar, or we have running still now, an RIBA CPD seminar, where people can obviously pick up CPD points. We have 14 speakers over the 2 days. And then we have an additional seminar track where we're looking at all sorts of different areas, from cradle to cradle and innovation in different materials, in essence. So, yeah, you know, the event has all come together. We're on the middle of day two, so we're not looking that far ahead at the moment. But we feel we've created a very powerful platform in year one. We also had, at the end of day one, we had the RIBA Young Ambassador person give a 15-minute presentation. We also had a Brexit debate, so we had two pro-Brexit, two anti-Brexit architects and politicians discussing obviously how it wasn't so much a political debate so much as, well, politics and how will it affect architecture, how can architects best react in the construction industry. So that was, you know, really fascinating. And then we had a pretty lively evening reception with lots of wine consumed and good time had by all. So using all of that as a platform, our plan at the moment is most likely to stay in the ILEC Centre here in West London. It's 3 minutes from West Brompton Tube, so it's very, very accessible. And it's really, you know, creating an even better content element to the event, and clearly we want to grow the number of exhibitors. There is some space for expanding the exhibitors, so from 42 exhibitors, clearly we're looking towards 60, 80 exhibitors or even more, and it will be end of April again in the ILEC Centre, April 2018. So yeah, I'm really excited about it, and it's all looking good.
Well, this is day 2, and there's a tangible enthusiasm in the air from exhibitors and visitors. This must be everything you'd hope for at this point in proceedings.
Well, it's impossible to get the perfect show, having worked on many different events, but we always strive for perfection. But certainly the exhibitors seem pretty happy. They're meeting with sort of specifiers of different sorts, whether it be a house builder or an architect or a contractor, and certainly the seminars and conferences are pretty full. And the presentations have been extremely well received. So people are walking away with a good feeling. The visitors, having learned new aspects about glass or timber or metal or whatever it may be, and also talking to some useful suppliers for their different projects. So all is well in that respect. Yeah.
Well, what else have you got in store for the visitors today?
It's really more conferences, and that there aren't any special events. It's sort of, as with most events on the second day, it sort of starts winding down sort of 4 or 5 o'clock. But we've got a good spread of people here now. It's 11:30. It's always pretty busy around lunchtime, and we expect, it's the sort of show. It's not, people are not coming for a full day unless they're coming for the conference and seminars. A lot of people are popping in for 2, 3, 4 hours, wandering around, talking to all of the different 42 exhibitors, and sort of various networking. We have obviously a catering area and a lounge area where people are also meeting with their peers. So architects do obviously find it useful to talk to other architects about what they're up to. So there's quite a bit of that going on as well.
How can people listening to this podcast find information about Materials 2018?
Very simple. If they can please go to materials2017.co.uk. That will be live for the imminent future. There is a newsletter which you can subscribe to, and by subscribing to the newsletter you will be kept updated of our plans as we start formulating the second event. Eventually it will become materials2018.co.uk, but for now it's materials2017.co.uk.
Well, it's been a pleasure being here and being with you, David, and chatting through. The show looks like it's going to be a winner and go from strength to strength. So
thanks very much indeed, Mick. It's a pleasure too. Cheers.
David.
Bye.